Good morning. I'm Shauna Dorsey with the Exarban Foundation and representing InternNE powered by Exarban. And today I'm here with two of my favorite people from UNO, Dr. Martha Garcia-Murillo and Dr. Brian Dorn. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today they're here to talk to us about some exciting opportunities for students and businesses to connect. And I'm going to turn it over to them to share a deck and walk through this opportunity for you all.
Thank you, Shauna and Brian. We are excited to have, learn about this initiative that we have piloted, and we will continue to pilot until we get the entire class to be part of this project. So let me share some slides that shouldn't take much to go through. And so this is part of our Learn and Earn initiative, which begins with Shadow. So I'm just going to go through those very quickly. The objective of this initiative is primarily to attract the growing Latino population, but not exclusively, because we also want to serve our rural potential students as well as our students here in Nebraska from many multiple backgrounds. But that's a population that we want to serve. We understand that some of them will need some additional support because several of them are first generation students. With that being said, we know that technology is expanding and it is taking every single aspect of our lives. And with that, we does need to attract and retain and graduate more tech students. This is our effort to make sure that we train and keep those students here to prevent corporate outward migration because of lack of tech talent. With that, let me tell you a little bit about Learn and Earn. And I'm not going to go through this entire set of components because you are here to learn about the projects. I do want to say, though, that we have a wonderful relation with Exarban and Metro, and you can see that at the bottom of this slide, because the students who go to Metro can come to UNO and can get all their credits from their programs from Metro to our programs here at IS&T. So let's talk a little bit about the pieces of Learn and Earn, and then I'll spend most of my time talking about the projects. When a student comes to IS&T, they go to a first year class, and that first year seminar will take the students to 3 companies, but they will also learn about transitioning to college. The reason why we find important those connections to companies is because we want students to be aware of the opportunities here in Nebraska. So the first time that we did this, generally in the fall, we placed about 120 students in about 20 different companies. The second year, about 130. And this last fall, we placed about 180 students, and they visited 3 different companies. So these are just some pictures of those visits. So if you're interested, let us know. But what you're interested in is the project. So this is, in our mind, a second year student project. And you probably wonder, why so early and why second year? And you might be worried about what type of skills do they have, etc. So the objective of these second year projects is because we want to make sure that the students get that type of experience early in their program so they can take advantage of their classes better because now they have a context to what they are learning. Now, how does the project work? We put the students in teams. Primarily, it's going to be between 4 and 6 students in a team. They will come from various skills and by levels. At this point, the students are coming from even from their first year, and I have had seniors. So this is what happened this fall. The advantage of having students of different levels and skills is at the beginning of the semester, we run a survey, and then we can put them together to complement each other's skills. This is a semester-long project. They will be 3 weeks with us, the instructors, to talk about just team projects, some basic career information. But the main objective is to learn about the skills, form the groups, and then get them ready to interact with our partners. The interaction with their partners is going to be about 10 weeks, and they will meet your team every other week. We begin to expose them to agile methodology. So what are the type of projects that they're working on? So this past fall, they work on websites, they work on databases, they work on visualizations. And I'm going to give you just samples of those, the projects that they did this past fall. So the Nebraska Enterprise Fund wanted to have a dashboard that will help them determine the impact that they have had when their employees engage in volunteering. So this is intended to figure out how they have been impacting the community. So they created a survey, they collected data, and then they use Power BI to visualize the impact that they were having. In this other project, they were with FNBO and they wanted to help them their employees understanding acronyms. So they did a little search engine on a website, and they were able to create the database behind it. And then they created the FNBO little site where people could put the acronyms, and then they could they find the meaning. They also work on designing a database again to log volunteer hours. So this is another kind of similar type of example where they're trying to collect data and visualize data for the purpose of helping, in this case, Physicians Mutual to determine their volunteers. And the last project that they work on was for AppSki, and they were trying to figure out how the apps that the company develops were being used, and maybe even be able to determine whether there was some sort of error in the apps because they noticing that they were not being used. So those are some of the examples of the projects that they work on this last fall. We are going to do it again. So what we expect from the partners is you will complete a memorandum of understanding, and this is simply to let the students know who owns the intellectual property, which is given to the partners. You will meet with the students bi-weekly. If it's necessary, provide them access to any systems technology they will need to have. And of course, as I mentioned, give them guidance and then attend the final presentation. So those are the main components of the project. The class this coming spring is going to be on Wednesday from 4:30 to 6:15. And will be, when you get this video, you will also get the link to where the projects will be presented. Is there anything that you would like to add, Brian?
No, you've done a great job covering things, Martha. I would just say that this is a great experience for our students. The career readiness and job preparation is top of mind for all of our students here at UNO, and these kinds of experiences along the way give opportunity to expose our students to your organizations and the opportunities and job functions within those organizations, but also kind of helps those students begin seeing themselves as IT professionals, both of which are really important for sustaining their interest in finishing their degree and then ultimately getting a job in the IT sector. So I just see this as a really important continuation of things like internships or job shadows and bridging that gap between them. So I encourage everyone to participate.
And I will probably just simply add, this is also a wonderful way of exposing the students to your company, your organization. It's also a collective way of continuing to build tech talent here in Nebraska, in Omaha. So without further ado, let me pass it on to Shona.
Thanks again. This is wonderful. And just like you said, a great way to get involved, very low stakes, low barrier way for businesses to connect with students and with the school. So we appreciate it. Anything else you want people to know before we wrap up, and like how to contact you or the next step they should take?
So we will send Shona my contact information or contact information. So if you want to meet with either of us, we'll send both Brian and my email, the form, and sample of the memo of understanding, so you have a sense of what that entails. But other than that, it's very easy. Fill out the form. We start the semester in January 20th. So if you want to work with students this spring, by all means, fill out the form right away. But this is something that we hope to be able to do every semester. So you can have access to the form for as long as we keep this project going.
Wonderful. Well, thanks again. And this will be live on our YouTube channel very soon, probably early next week. And when I say next week, no one who's watching this would know when that is. That is the week of December 23rd, 2024. So we'll be posting it very soon. But thanks again, you two, for all that you do for students in our community.
Thank you, Shauna.
You're welcome.